Good afternoon, my friends. It's Pwalpar. I'm in the basement today, and I thought I'd share one of my stories with you. I'm sitting in a railroad corner, but it's not a railroad story. This is a hunting story. The title of the story today is When a Hunter Poops in the Woods. For lack of a better word, show you a rifle while we're at it. You're looking at my Marlin 35. Lever action rifle. It's mounted on a scope. It's mounted on a 3x9x40 Telstar scope. It's a nice rifle. It's definitely a high-powered rifle, quite sufficient for deer hunting or many other brands of big game. I'll take you back to the mid-1970s. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but my parents had a farm in Blue Ridge, Georgia, up in these Blue Ridge Mountains of extreme North Georgia. Let me put this down, it's pretty heavy. I decided I was going deer hunting. Called my father up and invited him, want to go deer hunting? Yeah. I want to go deer hunting, so I said, okay, I'll be up at your house and spend the night at your house. And we'll go bright and early in the morning. We'll go down around Blairsville. Well, Blairsville, near Brasstown Bald, it's in the extreme highest altitudes in North Georgia. You got to picture these mountains, curvy roads, that just S-type bends. It's in the middle of winter time, all like December. It's really cold. It's first day of deer hunting season. So unbeknownst to me, my father wakes me up like 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought it must be about 5 or 6. My wife was going to stay there and spend the night with my stepmother. Spend the day with my stepmother. Me and him going off deer hunting. So I leave my car keys with my wife so they can go to town, and me and him jump in his truck and off we go deer hunting. Well, he gets us up there past Brasstown Ball, pulls off in this little service road. Now the woods is like all hardwood, oak and that type of tree. It's not pines and probably some poplars, whatever kind of trees they are. But it's just barren trees with no leaves. The leaves have long been falling during the fall, but this is midwinter. All you can see up the mountainsides is old dried leaves, such as that. Well, I'm thinking it must be 5:30, 6 o'clock. I get my rifle out, start off down this road. He said, I'm going to sit here in the car a little while. Still kind of cold. I think what it was, he had done figured out that he had woke me up too early. I didn't wear a watch. Never have been able to stand wearing a watch. Well, I got off down the middle of them woods. I'm talking about I must have hiked 5 miles down that timber road. And when you walk, it's crunch, crunch. I'm carrying that rifle on my shoulder. Crunch, crunch, just dry leaves. If there's any deer within 10 miles, I done scared them away. Well, I get out there, And I look up at the moon and I realize it's gotta be still awful dang early. I see no signs of daylight. Well, I'm gonna sit up against this tree stump here and wait for daylight. Well, I kinda doze off and go to sleep, maybe 30 minutes or an hour, and I wake up, and it is starting to get kind of daylight out there in the distance. Still really early. By then I'm freezing to death to the bone. Now you got to realize I'm dressed to kill. I got a undershirt on. I've got a sweatshirt on. I've got a sweater on. I've got a flannel shirt on. And I've got this big military field jacket on with a hood on it. I'm bundled up like an Eskimo sitting over there. Staying fairly warm down behind that tree. Well, there comes this time when you're out in the woods and you get the urge, you gotta go to the bathroom. Being the genius some I am, I've prepared for this hunting trip. I've taken my hunting knife, my gun, my ammunition, my hat, my skull cap. I've got it all, except something to use for toilet paper. Now you think about it. I'm 5 miles from nowhere. All of a sudden I got this terrible urge, and I know right away I'm in trouble. I mean, I couldn't have made it over there to a tree, let alone 5 miles away. Well, this is one of them times I'm going to have to poop in the woods, I figure. And I barely make it over to a log that's over there, and I squat behind them logs, and I do my business. I mean, it's just one of them cases where you didn't have no choice. I mean, I'm not likely to mess in my pants when I got to go. Ain't a country boy around that ain't did his business in the woods once in a while. But on a cold December morning when the temperature is way below zero, it don't take you long to decide you're going to get this business done and over with. So you got to picture this. I'm standing out here with all these clothes on, got my pants down, I'm looking around. Oh boy, what am I going to use to wipe with? This genius didn't bring any toilet paper. I'm in trouble. I've searched my pockets for anything kind of paper. I considered rooting in my wallet to see if there's anything in there made out of paper. And then it dawned on me. Let me get this towel. Well, I real quick jerk open my field jacket, undo my flannel shirt or my sweater, unbutton my flannel shirt, pull up my long johns, and I reached down and got a hold of my t-shirt, and I pulled it out like that. Reached and got my Uncle Henry hunting knife, and I cut the whole belly out of this t-shirt. I'm talking about a brand new dang t-shirt. So I've got a rag in my hand about this big, which was originally part of my shirt. I still laugh thinking about it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, I take care of business, hurriedly get dressed back up, and by then I'm chilled to the bone. There ain't no sitting back down. Besides, I done made enough noise to scare every deer within 100 miles, rustling around out there in them leaves. I pack up my rifle and back up the trail I go. I get back to the truck a little after daylight. My father is sitting in the truck laughing at me. Sure took you long enough to figure out we was out here too early. Well, I said, I don't appreciate you bringing me out here. I'm ready to go home. Ain't going deer hunting? The heck no. I'm too dang cold now. We're going home. And I packed my butt in the truck and said, put the heater on high. I get home, get back to the house. I'm getting undressed. My wife is just waking up. What are you doing? You back already? Yeah, well, it's too cold out there. I pull off my coat. I got the lights flipped on. Pull off my sweater. Pull off my long johns. And she's looking at me with this t-shirt all carved away. What in the hell happened to your shirt? And I told her I used it for toilet paper. You did what? I said, I sure did. I used it for toilet paper. She laughed at me, and every once in a while she'll still go back and tell her friends the time I come home with carved up my shirt for toilet paper. Yeah, it's funny what you think of. I didn't kill no deer that day, but that's one hunting trip I'll never forget. My motto ever since then is be prepared. You go out hunting, try to think of all the possibilities. Take your drinking water with you. Take you a bottle of water. Take you a sandwich. Take you some handy wipes. Take you some tissues. Take everything you might need, like a Boy Scout. So does a hunter poop in the woods? You bet it does. This hunter does. Thanks for listening to my story, my friend.